Hi, Mikel.
Hello.
Can I just get a reaction to the very surprising news of Sean Dyche leaving Burnley?
Well, I only have words of praise because what he's done at the club in the last 10 years, I think, is phenomenal. I think he gave the club a really clear identity. He's managed to keep the team with one of the smallest budget consistently in the league. So just wishing the best of luck, and it's always, for colleagues, sad to see when you see those decisions.
On to your own club now. Is there any latest on Thomas Partey, an update there, and any other injury news?
Yes, the news that we got after having another assessment, they are not great. It's not looking very positive, his availability this season. But we'll have to wait and see. He's trying to get back as quick as possible, but at the moment we are not very optimistic about it.
That's a real blow, isn't it? Because obviously Kieran Tierney and Thomas, that's two very key players in such a short space of time.
Yes, and the moment is not ideal, and we knew that towards the end of the season, one of the key elements it was going to be to have the team available and the squad available as much as possible. And we have a few issues with him and as well with Tomiyasu, but we need to continue to compete and work the best possible way.
At the start of the season, I don't think many expected Arsenal to be fourth or pushing for the Champions League. All of a sudden there seems to be a bit of pressure all of a sudden. Do you think there's more of that because in fourth is your big rivals, Tottenham? If it was Manchester United, for example, do you think there wouldn't be this much pressure?
I think it's related to our history, and we want to be not fourth but third, second or first, and that's what we have to do. And that's always within every supporter, within everybody that has any connection with the club. So the moment that you see the team doing better and having better aspiration, your tendency is to get excited about it, and I think that's the right reaction.
Would you, at the start of the season, would you take fifth now, going into Easter time?
At the start of the season, you cannot take anything because you don't know how to develop. If you would ask me a week into the season, 2 weeks before, I could maybe give you a different answer, but no now.
Southampton obviously lost 6-0 last week. Do you think that's good for your side, or do you think they're going to come back wanting to do a lot better in front of their home fans, or is this a message to say to your players, hey, we can do this as well? I
think you're going to see two teams that are hurting. Because we are hurting, we lost the last 2 games, and we want to perform and win. And I'm sure after the home defeat that they had, they want to do the same.
Finally, who do you think is in control of the fourth spot? People say it's in Tottenham's hands, in your hands. Do you think it's still very open?
Whoever manages to win more games and play better, and it's going to be some twists still for sure. And the pressure, the perception is going to keep changing from now to the end of the season. We have to be us and do what we have to do.
So just very finally, former Rangers man, how happy were you seeing them last night?
Delighted. The connection I have with that club, it's forever, and I'm so happy to see them what they did last night. So congratulations to them.
I love you hearing that. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, Michael, we'll go to Sebastian from the Premier League.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
We noticed on some of the footage that Alex Lacazette was not in training. Could you tell us more about the reasons behind that?
Obviously, there are private reasons that I cannot comment on, but I have no other team news to give apart from the guys that we have discussed.
I went on another player. I know it was before your time, but Xhaka came out in an interview saying that just before you arrived, his bags were packed and he was ready to leave the club because of a conflict with the fans and the community. Can you talk us through how you think that situation has evolved and how important he is right now?
I wouldn't like to go into detail of what happened there. I think the importance of how things have developed is that for Granit, with his personality and the way he is, to have the capacity and to feel that the environment is right for him now to open up and show vulnerability, show the feelings that he had, and speak loudly about it and openly, I think it's a huge decision. And to do that, you have to be emotionally really well, and you have to be prepared and mature to do that. And not a lot of people are able to do that.
Just one final one from me. After the game against Crystal Palace, you said that the performance was unacceptable. And then you went on to not perform very well against Brighton. What have you done differently this week to avoid another defeat?
I said that the performance in the first half, it was unacceptable because I saw things that I didn't see for a long time, and I saw a big reaction in the second half, but we didn't put the game into a situation we could still get something out of it. Against Brighton, it was different. It was not an attitudinal thing. It was something else that, again, it wasn't good enough, and we didn't perform at the level that we should do. And we are trying to change things. but not too many things, because it's a lot of things that are working, but there are details that are led in the team. It's not that we are conceding 15, 20 shots and we are getting hammered in games. We are conceding 1 or 2 shots and we are getting penalised, and we haven't been efficient enough in a lot of things that we should do better.
Thank you very much.
James from ESPN.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
Just to clarify on Laka, is Laka actually fit? Is he available for the weekend?
We will see if he's available. It's a good possibility that that's the case.
I could just ask you one about Bukayo Saka.